everything I need. I am going to give it about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm running a couple minutes behind. I was addressing some envelopes and I lost track of time. So I will be give it just a couple more minutes and we will get started. Looks like it's getting ready to storm here, so hopefully my broadcast doesn't get interrupted here. Just grabbing my last few items here. Give it about 1 more minute and then I will go ahead and get started, I guess. Move my stuff out of the way here. I haven't been on in a while. Life kind of got a little crazy, but trying to get back into the swing of things here. So I will go ahead and get started, I guess, and maybe someone will jump on here. But hello, I am here. It is June 2nd. It is just after 7 p.m. Central Time. It's my online card class. I'm super excited to share with you tonight. I'm going to use the new color and contour bundle. And I just have to show you these dies. They are so super cute. You get all these little frames. There's a border and then 2 flowers. I've been playing with the dies a lot. I actually haven't used the stamp set much. And then here is the stamp set that coordinates with it. It's flowers, and I'm not usually one for a whole lot of flowers, but I got several sets that are flowery this time from this new catalog. So, excuse me. All right, so I have 2 super cute fun fold cards to share with you. Hi, Susie. I have 2 cards to share with you. They're both fun folds. One I did with my team last night for the team meeting, but I'm going to do a different style of paper, and I'm using a different stamp set. And then the other one is a fun fold that will be featured in my card class this month. It's super cute. So, speaking of my card class, I'd like to give you a quick peek at my cards for this month for my card class. So there's 4 as usual, and you'll get enough supplies to make 2 of each, plus a full embellishment. So I'm just gonna flip through these super quickly. But I've got one. Whoops, there's a smudge on that one. I've got that one, that one, and that one. So those are my cards for this month. Super fun. I just sent out my newsletter this morning, so you can register. If you get my newsletter, you can register for my card class through that newsletter, or there should be a link on my blog, I think, sugarandscraps.com. It'll be under Buy Mail Clubs and Classes. So let's go ahead and get into our cards. The first one I'm going to make, Susie, you've already seen this one because you did this with me last night. This is the one that I made for my team gathering last night. And it's just a cute little, I'd call it like an easel card. And I used the You're a Peach bundle. But we're going to use the color and contour. And I have some of the hand-penned, what's it called? I can never remember what it's called. It's the hand-penned designer series paper. So it's that really pretty flowery paper. It all has that watercolor look to it. It's gorgeous. I love it. All right, so let's get going with this. So I have a piece of cinnamon cider that is 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And I'm just gonna bring in my trimmer here, and we're gonna score this at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2 inches, and that's with the long edge at the top of your scoring. Now where I made my score lines, that's where we're gonna put the designer series paper. And I've got 2 pieces. Each one measures 2 1/2 inches by 4 inches, and they are just going to go right in the middle of each flap there where I made those score lines. Make sure I have this going the right way so it's not upside down. I think I'm going to put this piece here. I wasn't quite sure how this was going to look with that cinnamon cider paper as my base, but I think I like it with that pattern paper. It looks really nice. All right, I have another piece of cinnamon cider that is 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/2 inches. A piece of Pool Party that is 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And then a piece of basic white that is 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches. And we're just going to layer those all together. So my Pool Party is going to go right here. piece that's going to go right here. Okay, and then I have one more piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. That's going to go on the inside. That'll be where you can write your message or whatever. Okay. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and score this other line here. All right, and I just want to make sure I've got the right pieces for this one. All right, so this piece is going to kind of get centered on here, but we're only going to glue it to this bottom flap. That way when the card opens and it bends, that piece sticks up. So I like to turn it over and center it, and then just put my glue starting under that score line there. I swear this stuff, just when I think I've got it right. Pretty straight. All right, and then I've already stamped and die cut my little flower here. I am just gonna grab a piece of scrap paper. I threw my messy piece away because it was too messy. And I just have my pale papaya and my soft succulent blends, although I don't think I'm going to use much of the soft succulent because there isn't really much of a stem, but I'll do a little bit on the leaves. And I'm going to come in and just put a little bit of, oh my goodness, these lids are, I just realized too, I forgot to move my light before I got started. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to come in with my dark pale papaya, and I'm just going to add a little bit of detail on some of these lines just to okay, and then soft succulent, my light one, and I'm just going to fill in my leaves here, and I don't even think I need the dark one. So that is all I'm going to do with that flower. And so this is going to actually get stuck onto the front of my card here with a couple dimensionals. And I'm gonna need to grab my mini ones. Spent my morning trying to organize all my stuff. I think I did pretty okay. Everything's within reach. I think that's all I'm gonna get there. Those are pretty good, I think. Okay, and I am going to stick my flower right about here. Okay, and I think I'm going to add some ribbon. I have some of the in color ribbon. But my tag now, let me just poke out a couple of these little dots that got stuck in here. There, I think I got them all. All right. So I think I'm going to use the You Are Amazing, or You're Absolutely Amazing. Nope, that doesn't look like it's gonna fit. Thank you for everything. So very happy. No, this has got to be the one that fits. All right, and I'm going to stamp my greeting in cinnamon cider. Whoops. I dropped my block in the ink pad there. Let's see how this turns out. Ooh, that worked out okay. It slipped out of my hand. I dropped it. All right. Close this up so I can get my fingers in it. I'm going to throw a couple dimensionals on the back of this tag here. Probably do 3 just to make it stay. Okay, so I'm going to put this one at a little more of an angle than my last one. All right, and let me just grab my ribbon. haven't even opened this one yet. I thought I used this color. So this is the Pale Papaya Open Weave ribbon. It's the In Color ribbon. I've used a ton of the pink and the polished pink and the fresh freesia. And it is just such a pretty ribbon. A little bit of shimmer, sheer in the middle, and then it's got the solid edges. Let's see if I can tie my bow here. This ties really nicely too. Like, this is one of the easiest ribbons I've ever tied a bow with. I think that's why I've been using so much of it. Alright, so that's my ribbon. And just grab a glue dot. Okay, I think that's better. Save all the glue dots that come with my paper pumpkin kits, and I forget that I have these ones on the rolls, and these are so much easier to work with. Alright, so I'm just gonna pick up a glue dot here, and then I'm gonna put this right on my there's that thunder. Sky's getting dark. It rained off and on all day. But we were supposed to get some pretty decent storms, I think, too. So I'm hoping those hold off. Alright, so there is my first card. Cute little easel card. Alright, and we will jump into our next one. So this layout is similar to one of my class cards for this month. So I have a piece of Blushing Bride that is 5.5 by 4.25 inches. I have a piece of Basic White that is 5.25 by 4 inches. Another piece of Blushing Bride that is 5.75 inch by 2.75 inch, and I scored 1/2 inch in just to give me a little tab to attach this with. And then I've got another piece of that beautiful hand-penned petals designer series paper that is 2.5 by 5 inches. I'm going to start by putting this on to my little flap. And then on my little 1/2 inch flap, I'm going to put some adhesive. And then before I glue this white piece down, I'm going to center my blushing bride piece on there, stick it down, and then I'm just going to rub my bone folder over it to get it to stick a little bit. And then we'll put adhesive on the rest of our layer here. And then this will get centered here. This one's super, super easy to make. All right, more dots to poke out here. So I'm using the same little scalloped tag as I used on the last one. This one I just die cut out in white. So I die cut it out in basic white. And then I did stamp and die cut out 2 of the flowers already. And what I'm going to do, I think, is color those in with the color on the designer series paper is Blushing Bride. I don't think this is Blushing Bride. It is. I have Blushing Bride. Ooh, it got dark out quick. So I don't have blends for Blushing Bride, but I do have a marker. So I think I'm gonna just try to color these in real quick with my marker. I'm going to do this other one here. I always feel like the ink and the marker is darker for the Blushing Bride than it is for the paper. All right, and then I'm just going to scribble in a little bit of Pale Papaya for the center. And then my greeting I had decided to do in Misty Moonlight because some of the, no, I have the Misty Moonlight out for. I'm just going to do that in the Garden Green. And since I used the same tag, I have to use the same greeting. My little scrap paper I want to throw. Let's see where I missed a dot here. throw a little bit of some Wink of Stella on. That rain is hitting my window here by my desk. All right, let's get the rest of this card assembled. Got my tag and my two little flowers, my flap. And so what I'm going to do, excuse me, what I'm going to do is put my flowers on dimensionals. And I'm going to put one hanging off the edge, and I'm going to put the other one kind of diagonally from the first one, and we are going to just stick this on right in here. I don't have adhesive hanging off, and there is my second card. So these will be in a blog post later tonight or tomorrow morning. It's almost 8 o'clock here, so it'll probably be tomorrow morning and that I get these up in a blog post. But I will have links to all of the products that I used this evening. If there's anything that you'd want to purchase. And then I have a link in the description for this broadcast to follow me on YouTube and to check out my In Color Club and my product share offerings. I did not advertise those like I wanted to last month, so I'm doing sort of a second chance sign up for those. So all of the details are on my blog as well, and you can hit those links in the description here. I hope you enjoyed the cards that I made tonight, and I hope you'll join me again next week on Wednesday, same time, same place. And happy stamping. Bye.